In my previous video, I gave my take on socialism, so naturally it makes sense that this, my fifth video, discussing the quotations of Nietzsche, should be about his views on socialism, on what he saw as a pernicious ideology. These views are best summed up in the very powerful section 125 of his book, The Will to Power. I'll focus on some of these sentences, but all of which are still highly relevant today. Pulling no punches, he starts section 125 with the words, socialism as the logical conclusion of the tyranny of the least and dumbest, those who are superficial, envious. He doesn't let up. Therefore, socialism is on the whole a hopeless and sour affair, and nothing offers a more amusing spectacle than the contrast between the poisonous and desperate faces cut by today's socialists, and to what wretched and pinched feelings their style bears witness, and the harmless lamb's happiness of their hopes and desiderata. Unfortunately, Nietzsche went badly wrong in this last sentence. Socialists they are far from harmless, as is borne out by the history of the 20th century. But Nietzsche then gets back on track. He gives his reasons for why socialism must eventually fail. He goes, but there will always be too many who have possessions for socialism to signify more than an attack of sickness. And those who have possessions are of one mind, on one article of faith. One must possess something in order to be something. But this is the oldest and healthiest of instincts. I should add, one must want to have more than one has, in order to become more. He then touches on the basis of his theories regarding the will to power and the Übermensch, Superman, contrasting the tensions between the preferable to him, master morality, and the degenerative slave morality, particularly of socialism. For this is the doctrine preached by life itself, to all that has life, the morality of development, to have and to want to have more, growth in one word, that is life itself. In the doctrine of socialism there is hidden, rather badly, a will to negate life. The human beings or races that think up such a doctrine must be bungled. And then comes the knockout punch. Indeed, I should wish that a few great experiments might prove that in a socialist society life negates itself, cuts off its own roots. The earth is large enough and man still sufficiently unexhausted. Hence, such a practical instruction and demonstratio ad absurdum would not strike me as undesirable, even if it were gained and paid for with a tremendous expenditure of human lives. Wow. With this final sentence, written at the end of the 19th century, Nietzsche was predicting the horrendous loss of life directly attributable to socialism in the 20th century. Thank you.